So I would like to know that have you guys worked on the wireless security till now or not? Wireless. What is access point? What is wireless technology? What is frequency? What is channels? What is access point? How do we manage the wireless things? Okay. Any answers you would like to tell me?
No, I haven't worked on wireless security.
Yes. Yes. Please tell me.
Sir, access points means routers and Wi-Fi routers.
Okay. Okay. Great. So what is access point? Any answers you would like to tell me that this is the uh, access point is it just means access point controllers. Tell me the three company names of the Wi-Fi devices. Wireless security, three companies.
Netgear,
Cisco.
Okay. Cisco Netgear. Okay. One is pending.
D-Link,
Okay. So you guys are working on the D-Link, Netgear, and Cisco. You guys worked or not worked till now on the wireless security? Wireless basically,
no,
not security.
No.
a wireless, like not in depth, but yeah, the basic wireless connections and
Yes, please give me some little information about it.
so like connecting wirelessly the laptops, phones within the environment through a VPN like access point or like a wired connection. If there's any meetings happen, so we take our laptops, we connect it to the Wi-Fi channels by connecting to the access points.
So do you know what is the protocols going to working into this wireless technology? What protocols, what technology is going to working?
WAP 2, WAP 3.
Yes, you're right. You're right. Okay. So, not a problem. I will let you know all things. So you can just change to yourself that how many we have done till now. The network security, we have done some uh, cloud security. We have uh, actually we have done the network security, cloud security, application security. Today we have topic of wireless security. Tomorrow we will
Yes.
go for the system security sort of thing. So you have basic fundamentals clear everything that if I'm talking about some application security, wireless security sort of thing. So are you clear what sort of thing we have talked previous
No,
class?
sir, not clear. I'm like studying, sir. Like the recordings, I'm studying again and again. And any doubt is there, I'm seeing in Google.
Okay, for sure.
Yes, for me as well, I'm studying the topics that you have shared. Any questions that I use Google, questions related, topic based. So that's how we are studying.
Okay, okay, perfect. So any issues you facing, please let me know. So I will help you out same time. No problem.
Sure.
Sure.
So today I'm just going to start some wireless security. So it's a very vast topic, okay, and it's very important topic. Network security is important. Wireless security is very important. Application security is very important. Cloud security is very important. Cyber security and certified ethical hacking. We have talking about CIA threat sort of things. Okay, and all things are very very important topics. If you're working any companies, it is damn sure that the questions will be arriving. Okay, we have network security. We have done it. So firewall security, gateway level security, L2 security, L3 security, zones. Okay, this is sort of things coming. If we're talking about some cloud security, so we are already talking about some different cloud features in the Azure side. Okay. and what are the different security parameters in the cloud. Okay, then it is talking about the application security. So we have what's study yesterday, the application security, what are different attacks on this web application side. Okay, so digital certificates, TLS, SSL. Okay, and how are you going to inspect the particular website. Okay, what is the hashing algorithm going to working. So this is important topic we have just studied yesterday. Okay, so we just move further today for wireless security is today is also a very important topic for wireless security. So it is what you have to learn all things because every company currently required wireless security, my dear friends. Okay, so we just talking about basic fundamentals, and then we'll go going for some advanced things, sort of things. Okay, so the wireless networks are the uh, most common and popular technology. Okay, so installations of wired network has been replacing the wireless network because of its ease and mobility. Using wireless network increase not only mobility in a network but also increase the flexibility for the end users. Another advantage of wireless technology is to connect those remote areas where wired technology implementation is difficult. In the early era of wireless technology is not supposed to be secure enough to protect information. However, a lot of encryption technologies are used to secure the wireless communication channels. In this chapter, we will discuss the concept of wireless networks, okay, threat and vulnerabilities attacks on the wireless technologies and their defending techniques. Okay, so the wireless technology is basically it is required where there is what the connectivity issues. Okay, we have some facing some issues to connect the wide medium. Okay, suppose if you the hill station area where okay the mountains areas, so there it is there was some issues in connecting the wide connection same time. Okay, so we required a wireless connectivity for those locations so that easily connectivity will be happen. So it is very difficult implementation of what wireless what wired technology. So we require some what sort of thing so that we can implement wireless technology same time. Okay, so this is the use cases. So mostly companies in the modern time, every companies are going to implement the wireless technology. Okay, so right now wireless technology is what increase day by day. Okay, and because what if they're talking about some costing parts, so it is also very less costing. Okay, very as compared to wired connectivity. Okay, in the wired connectivity we required wiring first thing, we require installations, we require maintenance. Okay, all sort of things. But in the wireless technology we have only one wired connectivity required, and then you need to provide your access point, and then you need to manage only access point same time. Okay, and you have to understand what the feasibilities. Okay, so feasibility things we need to check it out. So we have specific graph for feasibility checking. Okay, so the frequencies, the channels where we implement sort of things. So we will check in this particular slide. So this is what where the what difficult to connectivity, and using wireless network is not mobility in the network, it's also increase the flexibility for the users. Okay, so the users are very easy to connect something. Okay, they've been moving here and there, and then they will going to what use the Wi-Fi connectivity. However, a lot of encryption techniques are used to secure the wireless communication channels. Okay, so we require some communication channels, the vulnerabilities, attacks, and different things on the wireless things. So wireless concepts of wireless networks. The wireless network is a type of computer network that is capable of transmitting and receiving data through the wireless medium, such as radio waves. Okay, so radio magnetic waves are basically connectivity. Okay, the electromagnetic waves generally generated by the access point, and your laptop or your devices understand the particular electromagnetic waves. Okay, and the major advantage of this network is to reduce the cost of wires, devices, and installations. Complexity of wired networks. Usually, wireless communication relies on radio communication. Different frequency ranges are used to different type of wireless technology, depending upon the requirements. The most common example of wireless network is cell phone network, satellite communications, microwave communications, etc. These wireless networks are probably used for personal, local, or wide area connections. So my question is, what do you understand by WAN, wide area networks? Any answers? When? LAN, man, or man? I will write down, no problem with this. So you have basic understanding about the LAN. What is LAN? What is WAN? What is WAN? Okay. What is MAN? Yes. Please give me answers. What is full form, all sort of things, and what is all about?
So LAN is a local area network. So
Okay.
this is a connection wherein it is within the region, like it connects the computer networks. It interconnects computers within the area, like within the building or within the small area that has a connection. That is the
What is
local
the
area
range?
network.
LAN. What is WLAN?
That's wide area network. So it
Wireless
is a
LAN.
geography wireless LAN.
Wireless LAN. Okay. So what does it mean? What is wireless WLAN is all about?
So it is a wireless connection of a computer networks that links
Okay.
any two devices wirelessly using a wireless communication, and that is from your
Okay.
the LAN. So the examples I can give, like a school, in school that
Mm-hmm.
it will have a one local area connection, and you can propagate to the wireless connection, like any phones, laptops, tablets, or any devices which has the wireless adapters, that that call as like wireless LAN.
So let's check into your answers there. I have write down some points for you. So wireless network, wireless internet access technology is being increasingly deployed in both office and public environment as well as by the internet users at home. Okay. We begin by outlining some of the basic technologies of wireless systems. Okay. So WLAN is basically it is called a wireless local area network. Okay. What about the what is the range of LAN? What is the range of WAN? Basic questions, basic networking questions. It's not the wireless is all about. The basic somebody will ask you what is the range of your LAN? What is the range of your WAN? Any answers, please? What is the range of the LAN? Yes, please.
Mm,
So wireless local area network. Okay, so a wireless local area network is a type of local area network that is using high frequency radio waves rather than wires to communicate between the network enabled devices. Okay, same thing like we are using the LAN connectivity with the devices. The same thing is basically the wireless WLAN sort of things. So instead of we are using the LAN, we are using the Wi-Fi devices. Okay. So I have asked the questions regarding this particular is it LAN, is local area connection. Okay. So what is the range in the Ethernet? I'm talking about Ethernet. What is the Ethernet range of LAN? 100 meters, right?
Okay.
If you're talking about some WAN, what is the range? Yes. Any answers you would like to share me there? So this is the range.
5 to 50 kilometer.
100 kilometers, my dear.
Okay.
100 kilometers range. What are you talking about? What is PAN? Personal Area Network. This all comes under in this slide, no problem with this. But you have basic fundamentals should be clear. Personal area network is basically via Bluetooth. What is the range of the Bluetooth?
Like 50 to 100 meters.
2 3 meters, my dear. Bluetooth.
Okay, Bluetooth. Bluetooth. Yeah.
Okay, your phone Bluetooth. You're going to send your files to the Bluetooth. When? Okay. What is the range of your man? What is the full form of man?
Metropolitan.
Metropolitan area network.
Okay, good, good, good. And range?
Mm,
5 to 50, sir, kilometers.
Yes, 5 to 50 to 100 kilometers. Okay, and we already talking about some RAM. So WLAN. So WLAN is a wireless LAN. Okay, so wireless LAN is basically it's a high frequency network. Okay, where the radio waves. Okay, so it is basically is available in local area. Okay, local area it means your office. Okay, so we have different companies. We just talking about later on everything. Okay, so wireless networks is a type of computer network that is capable of transmitting and receiving the data through the wireless medium such as radio waves. So you need to understand what is a radio wave is. Radio magnetic waves is all about. Okay, the major advantage of this network is to reduce the cost of wires, devices, installation, and complexity of wired networks. Okay, so there is a very complex networks with a wide connectivity. We have some costing of wires, devices, installations, complexity of the wired networks. Okay, sometimes this is not possible to provide a wiring some sort of things there. Usually, wireless communications relies on radio communications. Different frequency ranges are used for different type of technology depending upon the requirement, right? So different radio frequency things. Okay, we have different frequencies required for wireless connectivity. We have different frequency for radio. Okay, we have different frequency for microwaves. We will talk later on. So we have specific frequency required for the wireless connectivity. Okay, so wireless basically is a radio magnetic waves communication sort of things with your laptop, your host systems to your access point sort of things. The most common example of wireless network is a cell phone. Okay, network, satellite communications, micro communications, etc. So these wireless networks are popularly used for personal, lo- local, and wide area networks. Okay, so we have if we talking about some examples like that, we have some wireless technologies. So we have GSM. Okay, so GSM is Global System for Mobile Communication. It is a standard by European Telecommunications Standards Institute. It is a second generation 2G protocol that digital cellular networks. 2G was developed by the replace 1G analog technology. This technology has been replaced by 3G UTM's UMTS standard, followed by the 4G IT standard. Mostly GSM networks operate in 900 megahertz or 300 megahertz frequency band. Okay, so the GSM. Suppose you have GSM. Okay, there was CDMA was working some time ago. CDMA phones was launched by the Motorola. Okay, sometime or Reliance CDMA phones was available, SIMs available. But right now CDMA is not available. So GSM technology is available. Okay, So GSM is basically it is used for only communication with the mobile communications. Okay, and it is going to use 900 megahertz for to at 1800 megahertz bands. This is need to be remembered sort of things. Access points, yes. So access point, what is access point? In wireless network, an access point or access wireless access point (WAP) is a hardware device that allows wireless connectivity to end devices. The uh, access point can either be integrated with a router or a separate device connected to a router. Okay, so the access point we require. So access point, what is access point is all about? Access point are those devices where we require to connect in the your system or servers. Okay, so a access point is basically a hardware device that allows wireless communications devices such as PDAs and mobile computers to connect the wireless networks. Usually, an AP is connect a wired network, right? It's a wide connectivity of connect with your access point and provides a bridge for data communication between wireless and wired devices. Okay, so the matter of fact that somebody will ask you that what is access point, so you require access point. Wireless access point is all about we're talking about here. So in the wireless access point, what you require wireless access point uh, to connecting with your routers. Okay, at your home is a network device available. Okay, the network devices will require some connectivity from the outside. So right now your home network router or dealing router is basically a access point for you because you need a connectivity to connect to outside. Okay, same time. So if somebody will ask you that you have to go for this access point sort of thing. So what is access point? It means to expand access point is wireless access point devices. Okay, so I have pasted on the chat box. You could just check it out. Access point is hardware device allows communications. Then we will move further. So we have routers available. We have firewall available. We require connectivity with your firewall to your access point. So access point is basically spreading the radio magnetic waves to your client systems. Okay, and access point is basically taking the connectivity from routers and firewall or switches. Okay, then the second thing, SSID, service identifier. So what do you understand by SSID? Any ideas? So SSID is basically this one. This is my wireless connection same thing. And these are the name. These are Suresh, Pinku, Andapi, this is Sabka, Apne. This is sort of things, okay? Suresh. This is SSID's name. So what you require? The SSID sort of things. This is the name of your Wi-Fi device, Wi-Fi configuration sort of thing. Name of your access point. Where you're going to connect. I'm going to write it down for you. You understand? This is the SSID is all about. The SSID is MAC address of an access point. Okay, so what is the MAC address of my access point? So this is your access point is all about. ISM band. So ISM band is also called as a unique unlicensed band of radio frequency band dedicated to industrial, scientific, and medical purpose. The 2.5 for gigahertz frequency is banned for direct to ISM, microwave ovens, cordless phones, medical electronic machines, military radars, and industrial heaters are some of the equipment to use this band. Okay, so we have ISM bands. So ISM bands require some dedicated frequency like 2.4 gigahertz. frequency band for dedicated for ISM. Okay, so in this band we have exactly like with microwave, cordless phones, medical, okay, and machines, military radars, and industrial heaters are going to be working same time. So orthozonal frequency divisions multiplexing. Orthozonal multi orthozonal frequency division multiplexing is a method of digital encoding on multiple carrier frequencies. It is used to digital televisions on audio broadcasting, DSL, internet, and 4G communications. Okay. So it is basically used for the DSL connectivity, the 4G communications, okay, of the digital televisions and audio broadcasting sort of things. So we are using some different orthogonal frequency division multiplexing sort of things. Or in the computers, we are using some SSIDs. Okay. Frequency hopping split spectrum FHSS is a technique of transmitting radio signals by switching or hopping the carrier of different techniques frequencies. So we have different frequencies we require. Types of wireless networks. So I already suggest you that types of wireless networks deployed in a geographical area when is categorized as wireless personal areas networks, wireless PAN, wireless local area network, wireless metropolitan area network, wireless wide area network. So however, the wireless network can be defined in network different types depending upon the deployment scenarios. The following some of the wireless network types that are used in different scenarios. Okay. So we have different sort of things extension of the wired network. So as per this diagram, we have cell phone. Okay, this is a cell phone. It is using the GSM technology. Okay, and it is used for 800 to 1800 megahertz sort of things. This is a wireless access point. This wireless printer. Sorry. Okay, so wireless printer is basically it is used some frequencies 2.4 gigahertz or 5.0 gigahertz sort of things. Okay, and this is the access point. The access point is basically providing the services to the clients. Okay, so it is basically the access point is connected to your router, and the router is connected to your internet service provider. So generally, what happens in the companies, we have some lease line available, third-party lines, whatever things, the internet connectivity, and this connectivity will be coming to your routers or firewall, and the firewall and router is connected with your access point same time. Okay, and the wireless user are basically connecting with this particular access point same time, and also just connecting through the wireless printers. Okay, and if you want to increase the uh, range of the signals, okay, this particular Wi-Fi devices have some signals. So if we want to extend the signals, we have required extension point same time. Okay, so this is a radio magnetic waves is basically. So the client wireless user is going to be connected to the radio magnetic waves. Okay, and the wireless user is basically used 2.5 gigahertz and 5.0 gigahertz. So it is depend on the what type of device for the user. Suppose the user is using the old devices, some Dell Inspiron systems, Dell Inspiron, and some of the old devices. Okay, so in this old devices, in this 2.4 gigahertz band. But if you're talking about some while this particular device, this user is basically using the MacBook or some new generations of laptops. So it is getting the 5.0 gigahertz band same time. So there's a two band available, 2.4 gigahertz and 5.0 gigahertz. But the user is using the old technology laptops or devices. It is getting the 2.4 gigahertz. But this user is using the new technology devices. So the user getting 2.4 gigahertz also at 5.0 gigahertz, both things. But it is higher is good. So 5.0 gigahertz is using. So 5.0 gigahertz speed is very high same time. Okay, but the range is very slow. We will talk later on all sort of things. So multiple access point. So this is the same scenario is there. The cell phone, this is wireless printers. We have access point is there, and we have router is there. This internet is there. We have another access point is there. Okay. So due to the range is very good because in the previous image, if you check it out, The range of the users are very less because we have only one. We have going to extended extension point. We are going to use it. So apart from this extension point, we can include another extension point. Another access point. Okay, so signal is very good. Same time. Okay, then we move for the 3G and 4G hotspot. So this is a hotspot sort of things. We have a 3G and 4G user. Okay, this is a hotspot. We basically use it. So hotspots makes if you have devices stick available. Okay, 3G and 4G stick available. Okay, and you Airtel or whatever different things stick available. Dial-up connection sort of thing. So this is connecting through the tower. Okay, this is mobile connections. This is sort of things. Okay, and this is the connects to the internet sort of things. So the connection is very, is working fine, but it is slower. If the issues will be happen, then the tower you need to fix the tower and so some sort of things. So usually in the modern IT, with the previous scenarios, the access point we are going to use it. But if you are a home users, then you can use this particular USB wireless connectivity. Okay, hotspot connectivity sometimes. So you can connect this particular to the wireless user. You can connect to the wireless printers. The cell phone is going to working same time. So this is the hotspot of things going to work. Okay, so the speed is little slow, 3G and 4G speed, but currently the speed is good. 3G if you have 4G connection available. So we have some wireless standards available. 802.8, EGN and AC. A, B, G, N, and 16 in AC. Okay, so I have one question for you guys. Suppose you are not using the Wi-Fi connection, you are using the LAN connections. LAN. So what is the standards of LAN? Ethernet. I'm talking about. So Ethernet standard. I would like to understand from you. Yes. Anybody have answers? Ethernet standard. Suppose you are using LAN and you would like to know what is the standard of Ethernet. So what is standard is going to work in? Any answers you would like to show me? Yes, so this is that standard we're going to use it.
No, sir,
Yes.
don't know.
The standards for LAN connectivity is 802.3. 802.3. It's a standard for LAN connectivity same time. Okay. So keep remember if you have any questions, then you can say that this is 802.3 is basically the standard for of your LAN. So try to study this particular thing. Okay. 802.1 popular versions. We have 802.3. This was the original standard given by the 10 base 5. Okay. It used the thick signal coaxial cable into which the connection can be tapped by the into the core. 10 is a maximum throughput. Okay, so what type of cabling are you using it? As per the cabling you're using it, the Ethernet standards are available. Okay, so we have different 802.3 standards available. Okay, so we are just talking about here for the wireless connectivity. So 802.11a, 5 gigahertz, OFDM, and this is 54 Mbps speed is this about. Okay, so suppose I would like to check of my laptop what type of standards, what type of frequencies, what type of speed it is getting. Okay, so IPCONFIG. So look at this, what we are getting it. Okay, we are getting nothing like that. Okay, we are getting only Broadcom 802.11n. So this 802.11n, what does it mean? It is coming under this one 802.11n. Okay, so frequency is basically supported by 2.4 gigahertz and is also supports to 5.0 gigahertz. Okay, so it's a new generation laptop. Okay, so how much speed I will get it? I will get the 54 mbps speed. Okay, suppose you are going to use the Bluetooth. So Bluetooth, the frequency is all going to use 3.4 gigahertz. Okay, so what is speed? The 1.123 mbps per second is basically the speed is going to be right. Okay, so this is the what different standards 802.11 B, G, N, or AC. Okay, so these are some standards going to use it. Okay, so mostly all the devices are basically using 505 gigahertz and 2.4 gigahertz, the new generation devices. And the modulation is over OFDM. And they are going to use 54 Mbps speed, the maximum speed they're going to use it. The standard speed and the modulations and frequency. What the frequency going to work with? The standards, you need to understand the standards, frequency, and speed. So another question is basically service identifier, SSID. What does it mean? Service identifier is the name of your access point. At the same time, we have different SSIDs there. Okay. So we have one more options I will want to tell you is this. We're going to use it, this one. Okay. And we have to Google. This is the software in SSID here. Okay. So what you're going to do it, you're just going to install it. First of all, you should, okay, this is the right. Download it. Okay. So you're just going to download in few minutes. We'll just check it out. Okay. So service identifier is the name of the access point. Technically, SSID is a token that is used to identify 802.11 networks, Wi-Fi for 32 bytes. The Wi-Fi network is broadcasting the SSID continuously. If enabled, this broadcast broadcasting is basically intended for identifications and presence of a wireless network. If SSID broadcast is disabled, wireless devices will not find the wireless network unless they were configured as the SSID manually by the each devices. So what you can do it, some of the wireless connections are hide. Okay, so we the hide SSID we cannot see. So generally, most of the company, every company is basically not hiding, but some of the what if you're the hacker and sort of things doing some different sort of things, if there are different SSID is available, so we can hide the particular one SSID. For CEO SSID, so we can, if the CEO is available, we can use it. If the CEO is not available, then we can hide it. Once it's available, we can use it same time. So this is a sort of things that does not happen, but we can gonna create. Mostly it's a broadcasting sort of thing, so everything is available. No hiding sort of things, but we can do it. Default parameters such as default SSID and password must be changed to avoid compromise. Okay. sometimes if you are purchasing the Netgear devices or dealing devices, same things you want to purchase of Cisco devices. So you're using some default ID and default password. So this is, you know what, there's unnecessary security breach things happen. Okay, so we have this is available. Then we have some wireless technology. Wi-Fi technology is basically Wi-Fi is wireless local area networking technology which follows 802.11 standards. Many devices such as personal computers, gaming consoles, mobile phones, tablets, modern printers, and much more devices Wi-Fi compatible. These Wi-Fi compatible devices are connected to the internet through a wireless access point. Okay, so there are several sub protocols 802.11 such as 802.11 A, B, G, and which are used W1. Okay, so if we have the 802.11 A, B, G, and AC, these are the, you know what, the protocols are, you know what, working or supporting. So Wi-Fi device is going to work in same sort of thing. It's the wireless standards. The Wi-Fi technology is going to work. So Wi-Fi authentications mode. So we have open authentications. We don't require any password to connect the particular access point. And second thing, shared key authentication. Okay, so we can create some keys. So I have some password to connect with my Wi-Fi device. So it's a shared key authentication sort of things. So where authentications, open systems, and authentication process requires six-frame communication between client and the respondent to the complete the critical authentication. Okay. So suppose I am the client and I'm going to access my Wi-Fi device, my access point. So first things, my first prop request is going. The prop request is going. Okay, the access point is what happened. The probe response. Yes, I'm available. I'm alive. Okay. Then the third request going to the open system authentication request. Okay, so please open your authentication request. Okay, so then the access point suggests open system authentication response. Okay, you're providing response sometime. What type of authentication mechanism are you going to use it? It's open or it's a shared sort of thing. Okay, so responding. Then uh, association request will be available. Once the Wi-Fi access point suggests that I require password, then the client is going to provide a password. Then the client association request is going to the access point. Okay, the association response will be there is provide same time. Okay, so what happened? So first of all, this is an SIDDT tools. You're gonna download it, then create account, and then activate SSID. Okay, so this is gonna be working for you. So you can get this particular software from this particular website. Okay, so if you have email ID, you can just provide your email ID, and you can first of all you can create your account. Okay, so there it is. First of all, provide your name. Then I'm providing Janik. Same thing in Do. Okay, and provide the email password. Okay, and then SSH Kumar 2@gmail.com. Then provide some 8-digit characters. So then you have to register. It is same thing is there. So we have sent an email to the mahesh.kumar to for verify your account. So they have sent me the link. Okay, so remember it. I'm just going to click here. Got it. So first of all, I would like to open my account, and then I have to activate the link, which is shared by this particular app. So I'm going to my account and going to check it out. If any codes available is coming, I have to activate the code first of all. So confirm your email address. Okay, this is going to be working for you. Okay, so I'm going to do it again. I'm going to log in and check it out. What happened? Okay, we'll check it. The email verification token is already used for invalid. Please re-enter or log in to receive a new verification request. Okay, we'll check it. I'm going to check it out again. Okay, so I'm just going to quit, sign in again. I don't know what is this you're going to use it. Then you're going to use some different account. Okay. So I'm going to AWS. Cloud, 86 rate gmail.com 56. Okay, the happened. The credentials do not mess up the records. We need to sign up our ID again. I need to provide some IDs. So and then I have to provide some password. And this, okay, so I have got some emails from this meta group. So we will just take a look where we have to log in. Again or not. Yes. Okay, so I have just logged in with the same account. So I'm going to here and then I'm just going to provide the same ID and password to this account. AWS 86 at gmail.com. Then password. So it is basically this tool is basically is used for the Wi-Fi connectivity, the frequencies, the channels we're just talking about here. So everything is coming, whatever we're just talking about here. Okay. So as per this, we have this dashboard is there. We'll drop it, so we have to go there. So this is subka bar. This is basically the networks I'm going to use it. This is my SSID. This is the signals minus 53 decibel. Okay, the radio frequency is one is using, and the clients number of clients is going to be connected with this particular Wi-Fi device is 5 members. Okay, the channels is basically used 11. Security is what I have provided security WPA2, and the mod is BGN. Okay, so this BGN. So 54 Mbps speed is going to work in. Maximum rate is 144.4. Last change is now right now. Okay, so there are number of different SSIDs are shown in front of you. Okay, and different signals is there. Okay, so lesser is better. Minus 51 decibel system, it is a better speed. The signals coming. How can I say that? Because if you just check it out my signal strength, so it is looks like very good. Just take a look. Just my signal is full signals are there. Okay. Then we move some more things. Okay, so what happened? This is global pressure open indication. So we have checked it out. This is locked, this is everything. So this is unlocked. This is locked. So it's open. This one is open. Anyone can be connected. So it's hidden. But the problem is minus 90 ppm. So this can be very bad. So if I'm going to connect this one, I will not get the speed. Okay. Microcontroller security is locked, so we have WPA2. Check no security. That's what I'm connect the security device. Same top session response from so in Wi-Fi band, please add check receiving the open system authentication response, client sends in request. Okay, so this is sort of things we are talking about. This is position of work. We have some shared authentications. Okay, suppose we have shared the authentications. So apart from this particular one, open security, we have security is implemented WPA2. Okay, this is a security is implemented. So what is the process of this particular device? Suppose I'm going to disconnect my device from here and I'm going to connect. Okay, suppose I'm going to connect my Wi-Fi device again. So what is the process will be going to be working? So the thing is that my is me, my laptop is there. So I'm going to authentication request going to the Wi-Fi access point device. So I have network device available. So what happened? Authentication response with challenge text. Okay, so I will this wireless access point is going to provide some challenge text, and then it is going to respond the challenge handshake, and the encrypted challenge response will be provided. Okay, so and then the access point is going to be successful and successful response. So what is challenge? Suppose is going to be provide this request, and this access point is providing what's my password. Okay, the challenge will be going to at some point. Okay, so if I'm going here and check it out, what is the what is the password of my, so this the challenge is going to providing same time, and the same time the encrypted challenge and check response and the access point successful. If your password is correct, then it's gonna working. If it is not successful, then we're not gonna connect it the same. So same things are available downstreams. So Wi-Fi authentications and centralized authentication servers. So now it is a basic technology of LAN. WLAN, which is commonly and widely deployed, is still being used all over the world. IEEE is deployed. Authentication open for IEEE is shared with wide privacy. Okay, another WEP and WEP2 option for open authentication. Okay, so open authentication and WEP. We have two things available. This is everywhere. You're going to any countries, you will find out WEP, WEP2, or open authentication sort of thing. Okay. So 82.11 is the remaining source. The two authentication mechanisms, open and shared authentications, cannot effectively secure the network because WEP key is required. And in shared key authentication, challenge is forwarded to the client, which can be detected by the hacked, which can be detect clear text and change practically encrypted packets. Okay, then we move further. So IEEE 11 comes with the identifieless LAN security features that offers more enhanced and user authentication options. The dynamic distribution. So IEEE 11 access focused solution on WLAN framework offering the standard authentications. So we are basically use extensible authentications, the EAP, as wireless security solutions. Okay. So we have major components on the wireless security solution is basically authentications. Okay. How it is going to authenticate? Suppose I'm going to connect my device. So first of all, it is authenticated, whether I'm the right user or wrong user sort of thing. How it's going to authenticate? And then the encryptions of your password. Okay, my secret key. I'm going to provide the password. Is this my encrypted things going to working or not? Okay, and central policy. What type of policies if I've implemented? Because it's my home, so there is no policies I implemented, but in the companies we have implemented some policies as well. So authentication is a mutual authentication process between endpoint user and the authentication server ADS, and commonly IAC and ACS. Okay, so we have some authentication servers we can also we can install for the same time. Encryption keys are dynamically allocated after authentication process. Okay, Once the authentication is done, then the keys exchanged between the two devices. Central policy is central policy offers management and controlling over the authentication session timeout, the generation and the encryption keys, etc. Okay, so this sort of things you're gonna find out here. So same, whatever things we have discussed here, this is wireless LAN connection, okay, and this is the switch connection. This is your corporate network is there, okay. This is internet service provider, ISC, okay, internet service exchange. This is going to provide internet connection to it. The user database is there. The switch is there, and the WLC is connected. This wireless LAN controllers, so it is going to provide the connectivity. Okay, it is quite. It is centralized device. It is basically used is basically to manage all the access points in time. Okay, and this is the connected. The access point is connected with this particular switch. Okay, and this is wireless end user is basically use the wireless user with EAP. Okay, encrypted access point sort of thing. So it's a electromagnetic waves is there. So it is going to send A packet to send packet B. Okay, and then what happened? The packet, the C packet to the particular ISC international provider. So this is going here, and it is the requesting the access to the switch. Okay, and switch is basically sending the corporate network, and corporate network sending the internet service exchange. Okay, suppose the user is going to be accessing google.com or gmail.com. So first of all, the electromagnetic waves are going to working. The request going to the access point request sending the switch, and switch doesn't know what to do same time. Okay, then it is sending the corporate networks. In the corporate networks, we have some firewalls, we have some routers available, and the routers and firewalls is basically sending the information to ISP, internet service. Okay, so this is concept gonna working. So then C packet is sending same times, and the D packet is supposed this particular internet service exchange is basically responding in this particular packet. Okay, and then this F and F. Okay, so this one and this one is basically is connected same time. Okay, and then it is going to be send the packet to H, and then the I option. Okay, so this connectivity will be established same time. EAP flow authentication flow is there. Okay. So this is same things which you're talking about. Is there inside this. So Wi-Fi jacking is Wi-Fi jacking includes several matters to detect open wireless networks techniques. These techniques includes warp walking, warp click jacking, warp flying, and warp driving. Okay. So we have some free Wi-Fi device. So this is signature. This is a particular icon you just to understand. Yeah, this is Wi-Fi, free Wi-Fi available. If we have secure Wi-Fi device, then this is sort of keys is available. Wi-Fi with MAC filters. So this is the MAC filters. Okay, so you need to filter. We have made some entries into the Wi-Fi device. So those entries we have done it of the physical MAC address. These particular devices can access the Wi-Fi devices in time. Accessibility of the internet. And this is the dollar sign is this paid Wi-Fi. Okay, so you can just pay for the Wi-Fi and then you can use it. Wi-Fi with WEP. So this is W is showing that this is the WEP authentication protocol. So going to use it. Wi-Fi with multiple access control. So we have different multiple access control. So we get this sign here. With close SSID. So with this minus sign, this honey Wi-Fi for honey sport is going to be created. So these are some symbols of Wi-Fi. So you can understand this is the particular things. So another thing is types of wireless antennas. So we have direction antennas and are designed to function as specific direction to then improve for the efficiency of antennas while communications by reducing the interference. Most common type of direction antennas are dish antennas, okay, used with the satellite TV and set internet. Other types of direction antennas are Yagi antennas, square antennas, phone antennas, and Boolean antennas, and helical antenna is basically okay. So we have some antennas that are also available in the Wi-Fi devices. So omnidirectional antenna, suppose you this is the Yagi we have using for TV sort of things in sometime back 20 years and yes later we use this stuff when so connecting your TV to the some and dipole antenna. So this is some different sort of antennas, and right now, so this antennas comes to the picture. So this antenna is used for the satellite sort of things. Okay, so this is some directions is available. So this is same sort of thing. This is use it. So you could check it out. And a wireless encryption. Okay, so the important thing is the encryption sort of things. What type of encryption thing is available? So wireless equivalent privacy (WEP) is oldest and weakest encryption protocol. Okay, so currently, if you just check it out, we are using WEP2. This is WEP2. This is WEP2. WEP2. So everything you just find out WEP2 for reference. Okay. These are the five devices which I have connected. Ganga, Suresh, sort of thing. This is the devices. I do the utilization skill figure out later. And this is 2.4 gigahertz. So most of the band is 2.4 gigahertz and 5.0 gigahertz. This band is nothing. Okay. So mostly this this is the what the high minus 50 more than 50. So very high. So if you just want to connect with another Wi-Fi, so this is the this the signals is with less. We're talking about this one hidden. So hidden signals are very less. So it's at least we are not finding that and different things available. So we are talking about some WEP is basically is the oldest and weakest encryption protocol. Okay, so it was very hacked by the hack. That is why WEP2 comes to the picture. It was deployed to ensure that security of wireless protocol. However, it is highly renewable. It uses 24-bit initialization vector, straight for stream, cipher, RC4 with cyclic, relevance check, CRC check to ensure continuity and integrity. Standard 64-bit WEP uses 40-bit key. 128-bit WEP uses 104-bit key and 256-bit WEP uses 332-bit key. The key authentication used for WEP are open system authentication and shared key authentication. Okay, so what happens WEP is 64-bit encryption sort of things. Okay, so this is very less number of things in the encryption sort of things. That is why it is out of scope. Okay, very oldest and very weakest encryption mechanism. So how the WEP gonna working? So initialization vector to a key together is called WEP seed. This WEP seed is used for RC4 key. RC4 generates the random stream of the bits. This random stream is accelerated with the plain text and encrypt the data. CR32 checksum is used to calculate the integrity check value actually. Okay. So this is what we are talking about here. How the WP encrypted package. Okay. The ciphertext is comes to the pictures. Is version 4 is there. Is bad. The kid is there. Okay. This is your data and this providing some ICV keys and the CS32 filling. Okay. So this is sort of the keys unitary flow of your WEP encryption. So weak initialization. So the thing is important. The weak initialization 4. Okay, so that this is using this the 4 vector is the very weakest. Okay, so how it is weakest? So one of the major issues with the WEP is the initialization vector. Okay, so initialization 4 is too small to protect. From reuse and replay. RC4 algorithm uses code and key to create a stream using key scheduling algorithm. Weak 4 vector reveal information's collection on the weak 4 will be the base key. Okay, so base is this is 4 vector is basically the base key, and if your base key is not weak is weakest, anyone can be guess this particular initiation 4 vector. Okay, and then the chances will be more to enter at the same time. So WP has no built-in provision to update key. Okay, so there is no key updates sort of thing. That was one reason that WEP not going to use it. So breaking WEP encryption. So these are some how can we the WEP can be broken so the monitor an access point channel, test injection compatibility of the access point, use tool for fake authentications, sniff the packets using Wi-Fi sniff tools, use encryption tool to inject encrypted packets, use the cracking tool to extract the encryption key from the vector code. So these are the some different steps so you can crack the WEP encryption sort of thing. We have some WPA. So the Wi-Fi protected Wi-Fi address is another data encryption technique that is popularly used for WLAN network based on 802.11i standards. This security protocol is developed by Wi-Fi to secure your WLAN network as a solution of weakness and vulnerabilities find in wide equivalent privacy (WEP). Deployment of WPA requires a firmware upgrade for wireless network interface cards that are designed for WEP. So temporal key integrate protocol (TKIP) ensures per packet key is dynamically generating a new key for each packet of 128-bit to prevent that a threat that is vulnerable to WEP. WPA also contains message integrity checks and solution to cycle redundancy checks. Okay, and included in the WEP overcomes the flow of a strong or integrated validation. So this is temporal key integrated protocol. TKIP is basically the protocol that is used for the IEEE wireless networks. Okay, so this protocol is basically used for Wi-Fi protected access WEP. So this is basically provided tokens of things, okay, to temporal key management system sort of things. So this is not the this is the flow diagram here. We just take a look from it. You can. So this is the important thing. This is we are using it WPA2 encryption. So this is the same thing. So I think we are using WPA2. Okay. So this is the things we need to be understand. So WPA2 is designed to overcome a replacement WPA first of all, providing even more better security using 192-bit encryptions. Okay, and individual encryptions for each user to make it more complicated and harder to compromise. Okay, so it is basically it is used for overcome the replacement of WPA. Second thing is 192-bit encryptions, individual encryptions. Okay, and it is very complicated hashing values. Okay, so it's harder to correct by the hacker sometimes. So it uses counter mode, cipher block, changing message authentication support protocol (CCMP), and advanced encryption standard (AES) encryption. Okay, so AES is a advanced encryption standard is going to be used. Also, it is used the CCMP. Cipher blocks changing this. These are some types. Okay, based on encryptions. Wi-Fi allowances also introduce next security protocols WPA3 in the year of 2018 to overcome WPA2 with additional capabilities and security. So WPA2 personal required password pre-shared key. Okay, so we have I can going to provide some the keys. Okay, the pre-shared keys there. So is AES advanced encryption standards it basically is using. Okay, it is a 192-bit encryptions. Okay, and it will be changed in 2018. Okay, WAP3 in the year is to overcome the WAP2 additional capabilities of security. So right now we are using two. In this mode, each wireless device is encrypting the traffic within 128-bit derived keys on the areas of 8 to 63 CACI characters. Okay, so you can provide 8 numbers to 63 keys, 63 characters of the password. Okay, and WPA2 interface includes EAP and radius. This is the name of servers. Okay, for a centralized authentication mechanism. Okay, using the centralized authentications with additional authentication mechanisms such as Kerberos and certificates, wireless networks can be more secure. So this is the wireless Kerberos. Okay, Kerberos is the token system. Okay, and it is also can be used with the certificates. So certificates you understand we are talking about some application security. The certificate need to be stored client and server. So this is also the very secure sort of things. So we are just talking about here some different encryption technologies of WEP, WPA, and WPA2. So this is the things we are going to use it right now. This is very weakest. WEP is weakest. Okay. AES, Advanced Encryption System. Okay. CCMP is basically algorithm is now used, and it's a vector 448-bit when you use it, and it's a 128-bit encryption keys. Okay. So it will be harder to guess, and its integrity checks mechanisms is CBC and MAC is there. Okay, so these are things you need to understand. Yes, such 48-bit initialization vector 4, and it's basically algorithms. AES CMP is going to use it. Encryption space is 128 bits, and CBC is new. It's indicating check sort of things. So wireless threats, access control attacks. We have some wireless access control attacks. Those attacks by attacker penetrate the wireless network by evading access control parameters such as spoofing MAC address, rough access point, and misconfigurations. Okay, so suppose you are going to do some misconfigurations on the particular Wi-Fi device. Okay, so suppose I open the devices. Okay, and very admin is there my default ID and password. I'm going to use it, and open authentication sort of things. Okay, so this is the misconfigurations I'm going to use it. Or rough access point, I'm going to use it. Okay, so this is what attacks can be very easily for anybody. Integrity and conformity attacks. Okay, so what has happened? The modifications and WP injections and data frame injections display attacks with lagging. And conformity attacks include traffic analysis, sessions hijacking, master curating, cracking, MITM, and attacks, etc. in order to intercept the conversation information. Okay, so if I'm going to open my particular Wi-Fi device, okay, so open sort of things. Okay, so I can what connect with this particular hidden device, hidden access point, and then I can use some tools, okay, IP scanner sort of things or advanced port scanner sort of things, and I can move to, I can just go to access the devices, okay, so manage them into attack, session hijacking, I can do it, master credit, I can do it, and traffic analysis, I can understand from some, okay, so there's a problem with the integrity and continuity attacks, I can do it. Availability attacks, so the denial of service attack sort of things, we are going to use it. So I can go into ARP provisioning sort of things. The authentication attacks, I can do it. Authentication attacks, so we have authentication attack is indeed steal identity information and legitimate wireless line in order to gain the access. Network implementing interperson resonating. It may include password cracking techniques, identify third password guessing sort of things. Okay, so we can do it sort of things. So rough access points. So we have some rough access points. Root access point attack is technique is which the rogue access point in a place where the legitimate wireless network with usually the same SSID. User assumes that the rogue access point as this legitimate access point and connects with. Once a user is connected with the rogue access point, all traffic will direct through it, and the tracker sniffs the packet to monitor activity. Okay. So what happened? Suppose I'm a hacker. I'm going to provide some the one of the access point. Okay, so like the rough access point I'm going to provide. Okay, so suppose somebody will going to access particular my SSID. Okay, he's going to connect same time, and then I can, as a hacker, I can check all that connectivity, all the traffic which is going through the particular SSID. So I can attack this particular devices. Client misconfiguration. So I can also do the client misconfigurations, misconfigured access point attacks. So we have also misconfigurations has been done on the on the access point side. So there's a weak password you're going to provide, a default password configurations, a wireless network without password protection sort of thing. So this is your access point. So without the password, so it's what misconfiguration sort of things. The done it. Unauthorized association, so we can associate with different connectivity, different devices. Ad hoc connections, so we have those. I'm going to provide some hotspot connectivity to the different devices. Okay, this also can be encrypted. Okay, the hacker is going to be encrypted messages. Jamming signal attacks, so I can also jamming signal attacks require high frequency signals, which causes the denial of service attack. Carrier sense multiple access collision avoidance evidence, which requires breaking the environment. So this is the jamming attacks we can do to the Kali Linux environment. So Wi-Fi wireless hacking methodology. So we have Wi-Fi discovery. So the first step is to hacking the wireless network is order to compromise. It is to get information about it. Suppose I'm going to access your Wi-Fi devices. First of all, I would like to get the information about the enemy Wi-Fi. Okay, so what is how which GBM, which size, which signals, how it's gonna working. Okay, I have need to crack this password same time. Okay, I got all the information about this particular. Okay, the signals are good and the frequencies are good. I'm going to connect this particular device. This is the device. Okay, Suresh is the device. Okay, I can use it. Okay, so Wi-Fi discovery. First of all, I have installed particular tool so that I have this discovery of the Wi-Fi devices available in my locations. GPS mapping, so you can go for the GPS mapping sort of thing. So track the hijacking the communication between the satellite or you can mobile devices. Okay, wireless traffic analysis. So I can, you know what, if I'm going to go here and then I'm going to, we have different tools available so that I can use the Wireshark. Okay, and I can access the particular sort of things. Okay, so what type of things are working? Okay, so this is my, I'm going to open the Wireshark and I can check it out. What type of SSID, what type of wireless connectivity, what is the protocol, what's going to working. So each and everything I can just going to check it out. Okay, so first of all, the Wireshark is basically packet capturing tool. So we will just have a specific different class for the same. Finding local interface. Okay, so okay, so this is why we're going to here and then we're going to stop those particular packets. Then we're going to start. Okay. So it is basically starting. Okay. Okay, so this is local via connection. So I don't require this one. I need to check it out first of all my wireless connectivity interface. So this is my wireless connection right now. Okay, sure. This all interfaces, wired and virtual interfaces, same thing. Okay. Okay, so the packet capturing started right now. So it will capture all the packets. Same thing. Okay. So we will go here and then we will find out what type of packet capturing we need to do. Okay, this is UDP package. So I'm going to stop this one. Okay. So we have different protocols available. We have TCP protocols, IP protocols, everything we have, and we can find out what type of configurations etc. Different things, sort of things. So this is transformation server. If you're going there, and then we have to find out source and destinations, what is going on. Okay, what is IP address of my firewall devices. Okay, how the things gonna working. Okay, so this is my Netgear device. This is the MAC address of my Wi-Fi device. Okay, if we're going further, then we have globally accessible vector sort of things. Source it is coming from which IP address, which source IP address. Okay, so this is very different story. We will just going to take a look once we going on the wireless analysis. So wireless traffic analysis we can do it. Launch wireless attacks. We have different attacks we can go. Man-made attacks, MAC spoofing. So okay, I just change my I can install in software and I will change my MAC address. Okay, and then I will going to access the different things. So Wi-Fi discovery is the general Wi-Fi attacks. Okay, then connect rough access point. Okay, and then de-authentication. Authentication is authentication or not authentication. If not authentication, then we need to provide the authentication. Then associate client same time and packet sniffing. I need to start, and I need to go the password cracking. Okay, so I open the Wireshark and then I'm into password cracking of the from the packets, okay, and steal the information at the same time. So this is a pen testing framework we're gonna use it. And also we are using the Kali Linux to get all the information. Okay, so there's a Bluetooth hacking. This is talking about here. 2.4 gigahertz is basically okay, and very short range communication between the devices. Okay, and Bluetooth discovery is enabled. The devices are discoverable. And so Bluetooth attacks is basically blue snacking, blue beginning. Okay, so this is Wi-Fi. Bluetooth is not used right now so much. So Bluetooth function as a strong pin. You can wanna use it. Use encryption keys same time. Okay, on your Bluetooth devices. Don't accept unknown or suspected able request. Okay, so you don't have to get accessibility of different requests. Install for host-based security. Well, either keep your Bluetooth disabled. Okay, so this is the countermeasure sort of things you can provide. Wireless security tools. So we have wireless intrusion prevention system. WIPS you can implement. So wireless intrusion prevention systems is a network device for wireless networks. It monitors all the wireless network and it's protect it against unauthorized access points and perform automatic intrusion preventions. By monitoring the radio spectrum, it prevents rough access points, generates the alerts and network estimations about detections, fingerprinting approach and to avoid the hotspot. So spoot MAC addresses you are showing WIP is consist of a bunch of server sensors console that sort of thing, knowing the military sort of things to find out. We are gonna use some different security editing tool like AI magnification and analyzers, Motorola Air Defense Service platforms, Cisco Adaptive Wireless IPS, Aruba, before that. Okay, so these are the some name of the tools for security auditing. You can install it on your device and then you can check it out. All sorts of things. Okay. So networking is so we have just installed this particular tools and we will just find out this. So this is the Kali Linux platform, so you can run this particular commands and then use it. CC dump and this is the ls CC dump, so you just find it anything password for it. So what we're going to do countermeasures is MAC filtering, RF radio frequency scanning, choose strong password, wireless IPS, intrusion prevention system deployment, change default parameters. You need to change your default parameters of your Wi-Fi devices, change and wireless intrusion prevention systems you need to deploy in your company. Choose strong password of your Wi-Fi SSID, access point scanning. You need to scan your access points. Like I'm just going to scan my things. Okay, so this everything is security BGNSC 124. And right now this witness 11 instance is going to say disable remote login to the wireless devices. So no one can even going to use it. My Wi-Fi devices configure WPA and AES data protection. So I need to enable the WEPT authentications from my Wi-Fi devices. Upgrade software and patches of your Wi-Fi device. Suppose I'm going to use particularly Netgear or whatever devices, so you need to upgrade the iOS for packet authentications. Okay, so you require the authentication mechanism for different packets sending to social destination. Enable firewall protections. Okay, sometimes you need to enable your firewall protection and network management software need to be use it. Strong authentication mechanism. You adapt or sort of things you want to use it. Blocking the rough access point. Okay, so if your company have different rough access points, you can block all the rough access points. Okay, so it is why we going to blocking the rough access point just because of it unnecessarily providing the interference in the network. Okay, so interference like your access your suppose radio frequencies waves are interference with each other. So this sort of things. Okay, the issues will be happen of the connectivity same time. So these sort of things you need to be check it out. Okay, so any questions till now in this? Hello, Manish.
Yes, no question, sir.
So what you're going to do next? First of all, you need to be check it out all sort of things. SSID, what does it mean? SSID, what does it happen? Okay, and shared authentications. What is ad hoc mode? What is infrastructure mode? Okay, and wired equivalent test WEP. Okay, authentication mechanism. You need to understand security threats and risks.
Sure, sir.
Where we implement what type of devices where. Okay, so I'm just going to share this particular slide to you as well right now. You can just going to study this particular things. Okay, so I have shared this particular slide to you, and what you're going to do it, my dear. First of all, you need to understand as a hacking point of view, you need to install the particular software. Okay, this particular software you can install it. Okay, so this is connected with Broadcom 802.11 and a network scan sort of things. Okay, so this is provide the information sort of things. And I am going to use the, because my device is basically it is used 2.4 frequency channel same time. So I'm just going to take a look. So connections, change connections, Wi-Fi, and I would like to check the hardware properties. Okay. So if you just take a look here, protocol is non security protocol non. These channels are the same. Okay. This is the IP address that is there. This is my IP address. This is Broadcom. This is Broadcom 802.11 and network adaptation. This is driver version is there. Physical addresses. These sort of things. Okay. So you can just take all the information in hands. Okay. And what type of I suppose this is a tag hub. This is yes. Okay. So I'm going to go here and then I can just click on the link here, edit, and then what type of this is basically providing the IP address. Okay. And what you can do, another thing is suppose this is my Wi-Fi device connected. So how do you find the password of the Wi-Fi devices? Go here and then open network security settings, or simply you can go for the tune settings. You want to go there. You simply go here. A double P command ncpa.cpl command this loop internet. So I will paste it here ncpa.cpl to check the properties of your network. Okay, and this is my Wi-Fi device. So what I'm going to do is going here, one to status, wireless properties, and then security, and then if you click here, then the password will be shown same thing. Okay. The security type is WPA2 personal devices. Okay, we have some different authentication. No authentication also. So it will be no authentication, WPA2 personal, WPA2 enterprise, or W80.1x. Okay, so this is the personal devices. So yes, WPA2 is personal is selected. And this is the encryption type. We already studied about AES, advanced encryption system here. This is sort of encryption sort of things is happen. So what happened? It is going to be 192-bit encryption is there. So if you just look at here, we have already know that WEP. Yes, okay. Please checking it out here. This is 192.191 for the year, and the year find out number of things is there. Okay, and this is the properties. You're gonna check it out, and if you have what are packets that are working. So you can just take the IP address, go from the exit end. Okay. So the standards. Okay, standards. What are the standards of Ethernet? Okay, Wi-Fi standards. So I'm talking about 802.11. 802.11. A then slash B slash G slash AC. So suppose if you have a MacBook device, okay. Suppose you have latest 8th generation laptops available. So this is the different standards, okay. So we have different speed. So if you're talking about some speed, so 2.4 gigahertz channel band is there. This is 2.4 gigahertz. Okay. Yeah, band is there, and we also 5.0 GHz band is there. Okay, we have two bands. Okay. So what type of band is connecting with your devices? So this is depend speed depends on it. Okay. So we have 54 Mbps speed as per this 2.4 uh, connectivity. Okay. So suppose I'm going to use 2.4 gigahertz band. So what speed I will get it? I will get 54 Mbps per second. Okay. And we have also just check it out when some more things. So right now we are using some different access point. Okay, so Google, and then you just find it out. Okay, this is the different antennas. So what is the use case of antennas? Any ideas?
So to capture the frequency,
Yes, tell me what you're talking about. Okay, so we have some Cisco is basically something the Meraki. Okay, and we have HP is Aruba devices. We have some Rakas wireless devices. We have open mesh devices. We have Huawei devices. We have 14 gate devices with Delco tech devices available. Okay, so we have what different devices. So mostly, if you're talking about any company usage, right? So the company is prescribed. So we are using Cisco Meraki. Okay, Meraki devices. What you want to do it? Find all documents and file here. Okay. So suppose I'm talking about here. So what you're going to do here, close your google.com and then Cisco Meraki devices So you just check it out. Is the online demos available or not? Demo available. So mostly times the demos is available, my dear friends. So online demos is available. So you need to provide your ID and password sort of things, and then you just check it out how the Wi-Fi device is not working for you. Okay. So you need to what happened? You will go there this particular website and provide all the registers, phone number, everything. Okay, then you will get the period. Okay, request for demo sort of things. So you will find out all the things, the latest things will be available for the Cisco devices. How things are working, how the access point. Okay, access point, and the controllers, wireless controllers. So wireless controllers or basically are the controllers where we need to be control all the access points in time. Okay? This is you need to go and then try to figure out all things. Okay. I would suggest you. We have also some HP devices. So these are some very important devices. All the companies, if you are working on the MNCs, so security open centers, if you join any companies, you will find out what the devices we are talking about. This HP, this Aruba devices. Aruba is purchased from the HP. Aruba Wi-Fi devices online demo. Okay. So you can just go there and down there in Aruba Webinar Solutions. So you can just check it out whether we have online Aruba demos available or not available. Suppose it is available, and you can go to check it out everything. So here it is. We don't find anything like that. Okay. Start your demo. Okay. So same thing is applied here, my dear friend. Go to first name, last name, email, whatever the thing is asking, and then you can go for demo something. So I will just provide you same things if it's gonna work easily. Mahesh, and then tomorrow. And coordinate sales and title is IT and company is ABC company. Okay, country is India. Okay, so anything they will connect your email and start your demo server. Same time. So before you go for the demo, first of all, you need to understand all the architecture, the standards, the protocols, the frequencies. Okay, how it's gonna work in all things. So before you going all sort of things, first of all, before you going anything, first read this particular slide very carefully. What things are working in there? What is wireless technology gonna work? What is the use cases? What are the frequencies? What are channels? What are the frequencies, standard, modulation, speed? Okay, so these all sort of things you need to be understand before you go into anything. Okay, so we can go for network operations, clear path site. We have different things available. Users to and roles, global settings, team management, directories, and the sign off. So launch this network operations. Okay. So we are going to provide this one same time as well. This for Aruba. Aruba, it means the company is HP company. Okay, so you just go there and then you can just try to find out each and everything. Okay, so Aruba Central is the cloud platform and small wireless devices, the distributed wireless device. So guided SD branch demo and guided wireless LAN demo. So if you're going with the same sort of things, it will guide you. And if you're done, then you have to go different devices. You can add your the already devices. Access port 17 access ports are available. Okay. So what is about channels, power, okay, frequencies, all about everything is available in front of you. Okay. This overview of the particular access point. So you can look at overview and then check it out. The number of devices available. Go to that. And we are talking about here one. This is my one access point is available. Okay. But here it is if you're going in HP side, then you have find multiple. These are the access points and 17s are up right now. And radio frequency is 34. Okay, so this is the device names. We have different access points available. And these are some channels. We have some power generating sometimes. These are some different channels. It's going to 20 megahertz, 20 megahertz. This is power consumptions, radio frequencies sort of things. The IP address of the particular all the devices, access points, and which models. The model of the access point AP345. Then we'll go for some serial numbers. We have some firmware, and we can also download the CSV file. Okay. We will provide you CSV file, all sort of things. Okay. All things available in this file. And we have switches available. So how many number of switches? We have 4 switches available connected with this particular Wi-Fi devices. So these are the port switch is one of them, and this is another 4 switches there. And we have gateways available. Just check it out. We have 4 gateways available. This is the VPN, VPN SD-WAN sort of thing. But how many number of clients are connected with all the access points? So these are some devices in the access point. We have checked it out: switches, routers, and a lot of things. And these are the clients. 17 connected, right? Okay. And these are some name of the your clients. Okay. And which flows their connections sometimes. This is wired connections. This is 60 connected. The 60 number of users are connected. Okay. Two are offline sort of things. 3 are failed. They are not connecting the same times. Okay. So this all things. So a access point we is talking about, switches and gateway which we are talking about here. So suppose we are going to check it out. The number of users are connected on the access points. Okay, so these are some access points available, and these are the clients are connected. So this is access point, and this is the IP address of things and number of things available. Sessions. So we have sessions of establishment, the TCP, IP sort of things, okay, and the permit sort of things we have done it. The IP address is going to work in some here. Okay, and this is technology policies is there for time, the receipt time. Okay, everything is you need to be find out here. Then we have some guest Wi-Fi device. Guest is available. We just take a look. We have not. I think we have not provided any guest access point. So suppose any person will be coming to outside, it will be connected to the SD branch. Okay, so we can use it this particular SD branch sort of thing. We want to what we're going to do. Go here and you can just modify it if you want. So mostly what we're going to do with my device is go to the security parameters. We're going to security and then we will find out what are the protocols. Okay, so this is the rough access points. The rough access point means that I have, I have my one access point and others are rough access points. Okay, these are not used from me myself. Okay, these are uh, creating a problem, interference my signals of my Wi-Fi devices. So same sort of thing is there. There is 211 respected. Okay, so we have the different SSIDs, different floors, different signals. Okay, and this is your WIPS, your Wi-Fi devices available. Okay, so suppose this is client flag, and we are going there, and then we have find out 2.4 gigahertz interaction sort of things. This is the generation of the last 3 years. So you can go for the guided demo, and you will also learn the things, most of things. Network services. So you can different network services. The map is there. Okay, so this is VPN's demo. This page style. One is there. Alerts and events. What are different alerts and events coming? Okay, so 19,000 events is there. So this IPsec asset down, this is critical, this IPsec is down on these things. Okay, so this is knowledge, all sort of things. These are some tools you're gonna use it to check the devices. So you can just check the devices from here. Okay. This is your server thing. So then execute this particular things. Go and run. Okay, so this is your POI switch config. Log into the switches and then network check, and this is what devices check. So you can just log into the particular things and then you just provide a source switch. Okay, providing some source, what type of source you have, and what type of trust you require, some POE interference bounds, okay, POE bounds. Okay, so this is one trust you can do. This is commands. You can use different commands for the same. This is health checks of your devices. Okay, so this is a bit of things you have to check it out. This is the in progress version. And you can also getting the reports from here same time. What type of reports you require, you can just go in the manager. You can create your reports, schedule your reports same time. Okay, and if you want to upgrade the firmware of the devices, Wi-Fi devices, or your switches, anything, so firmware up to date, firmware up to date. If the firmware is not what up to date, you can click here sometimes, and you can upgrade, manage firmware components. Okay, so you can upgrade the firmware sometimes. Switch, this is access point we're talking about. The switches, the switch Aruba, this is gateway. So you can upgrade the firmware anyone. Gateways, suppose your switches firmware is old, so you can upgrade from here. Suppose your access point firmware is old, operating system is old, you can upgrade from here. There's organization sort of thing. So what type of organization you want to create? You can create your own architecture of the organization center. Okay, sort of things. So these are some basic fundamentals I have to suggest you. So you can just try from your end. Any doubts in this? Hello.
Sir, this we have to practice, sir.
Yes, this is for practice things. You
Okay.
can just practice. Okay.
And sir,
So the project is basic.
yeah, the
Yes.
project, sir, they said that Sanjeev sir said that we have to submit some project also, like after
Yes.
every week. So, sir, how
Yes.
to
You're right.
submit?
Just read the projects like the theoretical and the practical things, and I will ask any questions regarding that. How to implement in the company. Suppose I will
Okay.
suggest you yesterday the web
Hmm.
application security. Okay. So web application security, how do you implement in the company? What is the use case of the web security? What is the offensive or defensive application security? Same things
Okay.
I will ask you like today. We have study wireless security today. So in
Hmm.
the wireless security, what is frequency, what is channel, what is the protocol, okay, and the practical thing, and how do you implement? So
So,
those
sir,
sort of
after the
things.
after the training is over, this interview questions you will ask after.
Yes, yes, definitely. I will ask any questions regarding anything. So we have done network security, we have done application security, we have done wireless security, we have done tomorrow we are going to do system security as well. So any
Hmm.
questions, any things
Okay, sir.
I
And
can
sir, how to
analyze
submit this
what's your concern.
practical?
You can send uh, practicals. No, practicals don't require uh, projects. Practical you can do yourself.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay, but the theoretical and conceptual things you can provide the projects.
Okay.
Okay, so right, you know what, install all sort of things and then work on the same. That is really helpful to you. I have this intro provide you firewall, wireless application, Okay. And tomorrow we will go system security. So two practicals. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Thank
Yes.